guys, welcome to today's video, and in this video we are going to check out an AI tool called Felo. And I would compare Felo with Perplexity, which is a tool that probably you're already aware of. And from the UI, the main reason why I'm trying to do this comparison is the UI looks virtually the same. I mean, it's very similar. I mean, even the shortcuts for creating a new thread is actually similar. So let's just go ahead and try signing up in Felo AI and see what it provides us with. So there's an option to sign up with your Google account, or you could just create a username for yourself, an email, and then put in your desired password. But the easiest way is just to use your Google account, right? So I'm just going to use that. All right, so I have successfully signed up. It was as easy as 1, 2, 3. And this is my account, and it's indicating that it's free. I'll just be going back and forth between Felo and Perplexity just for us to see the differences, right? In Perplexity, I already know that you can choose a focus, and it could either just search the entire web, or search for published academic papers, or do it like solve some math equations. And these are the features that I use a lot in Perplexity. I either use the web option or the video option, and it just goes ahead and searches on YouTube mostly. But one thing I also noticed with Felo is while you have other options like web as well and academic, there's no specific option for video, and maybe videos will come up still within the web option. Felo is telling us that you can try 300, you get 300 pro searches per day when you upgrade to Felo Pro. Meanwhile, with Perplexity, you could use 5 searches left today, which means you can use 5. You can get 5 free pro searches, like in every 24 hours. And I think Felo should have something like that too, which is 5 searches per day. So if you notice, these are looking really similar. But the thing I like about these tools is that they help you search the web, which means whatsoever information you try to find is actually from the web, because they reference what's on the web, and it uses AI to actually streamline what you're looking for, like give you what you're looking for. So I am going to type a prompt from Perplexity and just ask it for anything. Let's just say, who invented a calculator? All right, so who invented a calculator? This is something that one can definitely just search online. But with Perplexity, you see it coming up, telling you the sources it got its information from, and in each paragraph that needs referencing, it actually gives you a link where it got this from. But it doesn't just copy exactly as it is. It uses this as a source, but then paraphrases it the way you would probably want it to look. So I'm just going to copy the same thing and try it on Felo. Let's see if we get something similar. And you can see the autocomplete showing something similar as well. So it's doing its own thing, understanding the question, breaking down the question. Okay. All right. So the UI of this is slightly different when it comes to the sources. It puts the sources by the right hand side, but I think it got its information from similar sources, if I'm not mistaken. But then this got its information. It has like 1, 2, 3 and 13 more sources, while Perplexity has 1, 2, 3 and 5 more sources. So could this be that Felo does more research? I'm not trying to conclude, but you could create mind maps from what you have done on Felo, while Perplexity doesn't really give you something like that. It just tells you, gives you an option to rewrite what you have given, like what it has given you, or view all the sources. Yeah, so you could share, do the copy thing, and then you could also edit the query you've given it. It also gives you an option to generate an image. That's one thing with Perplexity, but you can only do this with the Pro version. And well, we're going to just focus mainly on the free aspect, which would be accessible by many, right? So it has some a section for related items, which is similar to a Google search where you would see some related queries. And then let's see if Perplexity has something similar. And yes, it does. So this looks like something coming from the same developers, or maybe Felo copied from Perplexity. I don't know, because Perplexity came out before Felo, and but then the mind map thing is mind blowing, right? So let's just try the mind map thing. And this, we haven't really read what Felo had given us, but this is the mind map coming from what Felo has given us. And how do you see this? This actually reminds me of Napkin AI. If you haven't watched the video I've done on Napkin AI, I'm going to link it above. But then with Napkin, you can just use paragraphs from what you have typed or gotten from any source, and then it's going to create several diagrams and mind maps as well in like shapes similar to this. So this is a step extra, ahead of Perplexity. So you could either just copy it like that or download it as an image and use it wherever you want to use it. And this is another aspect that Felo would also give you. It would just start with telling you it's understanding the question, breaking down the question, and then when you follow this, you would see exactly how it came up with what you have seen here. So the response is, the invention of the calculator is primarily attributed to Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician. So it actually gave the response in a paragraph form and in a way that has they're not bulleted, but then it's in 3 paragraphs. So, but then Perplexity went and did even, I think, if you ask me, I would tell you that I prefer Perplexity's approach, with the results, more than what Felo has given us, because with Perplexity, just take a look at how it broke down the response in Markdown format, and then even the information that you probably didn't really know you were going to get, it gave you this. So if you want to rewrite it, fine, you can, but then this is, at least this is shorter, even with more sources. So it looks like Felo's response is just straight to the point and in a more summarized way. But I would want to get everything right. If I like, I summarize it myself, right? So that's one thing that you can do with Perplexity and Felo. Let's go ahead and try other things that people use search engines for, and that's finding images. As you can see from the responses we've gotten, Felo has also given us a tab for related image, which if we click on this, it's going to give us images that we have seen on Perplexity's page, right? So it's actually very interesting. The way these systems work, they work in a very similar way. And I'm sure when I Google something like this, I'm still going to get these as part of the images. But then what if we want to specifically request for an image? So I'm just going to go back and create a new thread and say, give me images of Blaise Pascal. Is that the name? All right, I'm going to copy this and paste it here. So I'm going to also create a new thread here and do the same. All right, so with Felo, this is the response I got. To find images of Blaise Pascal, you can explore various stock photo websites. So it's not going to give me the image, but it's going to recommend sources. I can either just get some of the images from here, which, well, this should be fine. And then Perplexity also did the same. Here are some sources where you can find images of Blaise Pascal, and it also gave me sources, but I can also find the images here. And if you notice, the sources are the same and the images here are the same, but we have like a little bit less of the images from Perplexity than the one we are getting from Felo. But this is what people basically use search engines for. One, to find information, which this helps you do. Secondly, to also be able to verify the source of that information, which this also helps you do. What else do you use search engines for? Because if it's not basically some of this, then I don't know what is. All right. So I know people usually go to google.com to just find conversion rates. All right. So let's try using this on something very recent, like something that actually is current. Let's say $1 to yen. Just gonna convert this currency and try it here as well. And well, this is something that I use search engines for. So let's see if this gives me an accurate result. And I'm going to also do something similar on Google to see if the result is accurate. This is what Google gave me as a result, 152.62. And this is what Perplexity has given me, which is the same. And then for Felo, it's giving me an approximate, and it's saying as of October 28, which means this information is, today's date is actually October 28. But this information is not something that is similar to what we've seen, but it's actually referencing a source which we can follow and still find the results. So which do we trust? All right. So it seems to be recent also, but I believe this is the future of search. Honestly, I believe yes, I use search engines to get images. I use search engines to get video results in some cases, and I also use search engines to get web results like books or articles or something like similar. But then if the search engines move this way, if the search engines turn to this approach, then how do websites cope with all their stylings? And because if you notice, this website, I didn't really have to visit this website to be able to get the information I needed. So AI is just going and fetching the information and using it. So what happens to monetization from these websites? What happens to a lot of things that a lot of effort that people put into their own websites or blogs just to ensure that they serve people that information? What really happens? Do you think this would continue this way, or would there be a balance between this? Like, let me know in the comment section, because I am also very curious as to how the future would be. But I believe a lot of people would still be using the regular search engines to find the stylings and images and all that they need in order to read articles and get the information they require. But if you're interested in just finding just that information, you just want to check the information out real quick and out, then this is the solution for you. But if you are interested in checking out an entire article, let's say from BBC or CNN about politics or something, then you would probably need to just go there and read it as it is. Because if we give, I'm just going to try one more thing. I'm very curious. Let's just see who's the top scorer in La Liga currently. All right, so this is a football term, and then I'm just going to try it here as well, just to see if the name Robert Lewandowski comes up. All right, so currently the top scorer is Lewandowski from FC Barcelona with 10 goals, and this also gave me the same result, but this is saying 14 goals. Which do we believe? Huh? Which do we believe? But I know the answer to this, and the answer is actually 14 goals. But why is Perplexity giving me 10 goals this season? These are the kind of things that you may really need to go to the source website and find the information yourself. All right, so this would lead you to BBC Sports, and you're going to see the information as it is. So anyway, that's just it. I would want you to let me know what you think. Do you actually see yourself using this as a search engine, or do you see it? Do you see yourself using it the way I do? Like, if I want to find an information real quick, I can just go in and get out. But from this review, you could see there are some little differences between the response that you get based on different sources. And when we probably reload this response, it may give us a different answer. Let's just try it and see. All right, so it's the same answer actually, 10 goals, but then how do you see yourself using this essentially? Do you see yourself trusting this for the responses it gives? Let me know in the comment section. I'll catch you in the next one. And for now, it's goodbye.